Hello everyone, greetings from PayTabs technical support team. This video is dedicated to walk you through the different integration types supported by PayTabs APIs. Throughout the video, we will walk you through each of these integration types to learn more about it and choose the most suitable one for your business. So let's get started. The four integration types are the hosted payment page, the managed form, the own form, and the invoices. For the hosted payment page and the invoices, we are creating as PayTabs the payment page for you. What's happened is you are sending a transaction request, you are receiving then a redirect URL, you are using this redirect URL to redirect your customer to, and your customer got redirected and pay, and then they got redirected back to your store or your website. The same thing goes with the invoices. The only difference is before the payment page, you have the option to create the invoice page, which then contain all the details for the invoice, like the line item detail, the discount, and etc. For the second two integration types, we have something that is called the managed form and the own form. In the managed form, the difference here, you are creating the form by yourself, but PayTabs is managing it for you. So you will be creating the form in the way and the look that feels you, but in the key fields of the form for the card details, PayTabs will have a way of managing it in order to change it to a payment token that you can then send this payment token to PayTabs, and PayTabs will be making the payment. So here, you will not be handling or controlling over the card details by yourself. You will just be controlling the payment form. In this last integration type, which is the own form, you will be having all the control over the payment form. From the look, the feel, the card details, and everything. You will be sending all the requests containing the card details, the form details to PayTabs, and PayTabs will just do the payment. Now, we have some features and consideration that we can compare with it through the four integration types. First, if you want to start integrate any of these four integration types, you can follow the integration manual mentioned here for each integration type. All of these integration manual contains a step-by-step process that will guide you through all the details you need to start integrating using this integration type. The second thing, if we are asking ourselves if payment page is hosted on PayTabs server or not, for the hosted payment page and invoices, of course it's hosted by PayTabs. As for the managed form and own form, the payment page is hosted by the merchant himself. Now, as for the managing, we can see that PayTabs is managing the hosted payment page, the invoices, and the managed form. The only one is totally managed by the merchant is the own form. Going to the second thing, which is the access to the card details, we can see that the first three integration type does not have an access to the card details. The only integration type that gives the merchant the access to the card details is the own form integration type. After that, if we are talking about customizing the payment page, actually all of four integration types gives you the ability to customize the payment page. The only difference here, as for the hosted payment page and the invoices, you are just customizing or changing the colors and the label of the payment page. But for the managed form and the own form, you are creating the full payment page by yourself. Moving forward to the customizing of the payment form yourself, in the hosted payment page and in the invoices, you don't have the ability to change the fields or the order of the field, but for the own form and the managed form, you will have this ability. The next thing is, which is the one-page checkout or the iframe mode. It is totally supported in four of the integration types. For the hosted and the invoices, you have the ability to embed the hosted payment page or the invoice page inside your store. As for the own form and the managed form, you are creating the form by yourself, so you will also have the ability to embed it in any place. For the PCI requirements, we have a certain PCI requirement for managed form and own form, but the hosted and invoices, we don't have any PCI requirement, meaning that you can start using them immediately. Now, regarding the supported payment methods, all the supported payment methods are available for the invoices and the hosted payment page. But for the managed form and the own form, we have only the card payments available. Next thing is the token-based transaction. If you are considering creating a sort of subscriptions or any kind of recurring payment, you can use the token-based transaction, which is supported by all four of the integration types. The second thing is about the response for the return and the post-payment response. For the return response, you have the ability in the hosted payment page and the invoices to return your customer, meaning to redirect your customer after payment to a certain URL inside your store. As for the managed form and the own form, you don't need to have that as you are making the form by yourself, so you'll be redirecting the customer by yourself. For the post-payment response, you have the ability, or PayTabs provide you with the ability to receive a post-payment response for all kinds of integration. The same thing goes with the follow-up transaction, which you can do in all the types of integration, going through to the cancel before the actual payment. This can only be done through invoices, because the invoices we did not yet initiate the payment, so we can cancel the invoice and the merchant customers will not be able to pay this invoice. The second thing is sending via email and SMS, and this can only be done for invoices. As for the donation mode, the card discount, the card filter is only available for the hosted payment page. And finally, for the user-defined parameters, it's supported for all integration types. User-defined parameters are parameters that you can use to customize a certain parameter and send and receive it with the response. Finally, the payment method filters, which choose you a certain payment method inside the payment page, is only available via the hosted payment page and the invoices. To end this capture, or to end this details with something good, we have the details about if you are not a PCI certified. Don't worry, if you are not a PCI certified, you can start using the hosted payment page immediately, and if you want your customer not to be redirected out of your store, you can embed and use the iframe mode. Also, you have the ability to customize the UI of this hosted payment page by following the steps captured or detailed in our how to customize the pay page or the hosted payment page. For the managed form and the own form, you will be able to customize the payment page by yourself, but the difference only for the managed form is that you will not be able to customize the key fields of the form. And finally, for the own form, you will have the full control over the payment form, so you will be able to customize everything in it. I hope this video clarify you and give you a better understanding of our integration types.